I was but a child when I first encountered the arcane. My family had just moved to a ranch in the middle of nowhere, a couple of kilometers from the main road. They wanted a new life, or to escape something. I never got to know. When we arrived, I was 8. Coming from the city, from a place where people swarmed, this was a shock. I remember going on a walk to get my bearings, to find a place to play, and hopefully some people. And not far from the house, a couple of tens of minutes of walking north from the ranch, I found a pond. Its stagnant waters, home to many strange beasts I'd never seen from the city. And floating about a meter above the water was a stone, a pebble in midair, and yet still creating the surface refraction you'd expect to see from a leaf barely touching the water. For a couple of minutes I observed that stone. Then I tried to dislodge it. I threw everything I could at it, sticks, mud, and other pebbles to no effect. And only as I was giving up on getting that stone, I heard it skipping. I looked around, and while it was still floating, it was moving, skipping in midair in rhythmic jumps. I barely caught it, almost getting hit in the face. When I looked closer at it, I realized that engraved on it were symbols I didn't know. They weren't letters, but they weren't random either. Decades later, I know them to be runes. Magic was never well seen, even in the city. So, the stone mostly remained in my pocket. For around a decade, I went back to the pond to give it a good throw. And one day, the day of my 18th birthday, it didn't come back.